you know, we put our hands together for him, and now we see if we can close it out with a series as it's time for the draft. And already things have shifted up on the Planet Odd side of things. We see a Warlock locked in.
Didn't ban Puck. Is he just going to take it again?
Darkseer, first phase.
And they do. They take the same exact heroes from EG. No hesitation. This time, though,
it works,
they do
right? If it's, what's the expression? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep. This time they do get their Nyx Assassin, so this can be quite good versus the Puck. Getting that stun, if you're able to like preempt where the Puck's going to be, you can just Carapace and you can actually have a decent lockdown. It's also just good throughout the game, and it's one of their more comfortable picks.
I don't think that matchup's as bad for Puck as it seems, though, because I think you have like the instant silence, which is very problematic for Nyx Assassin.
Yeah.
As long as you have good vision around the map.
We haven't really investigated EG's bans, the Cottle and the Tree.
The Coddle is very team specific. It's Planet Odd's like most played hero.
Right, just get it out.
Just super comfortable on it. It allows them to use a lot of their heroes too. They love the Coddle Bristle, so I think that like completely removes one of the whole elements they have to kind of think about. The Treant Protector, I mean,
I think it's just,
think
yeah.
they need to say
If
anything.
your opponents have first
Yeah.
pick, you ban Treant seems to be the thing here, at least for the teams that play it. There's a few teams who don't prioritize as much, but...
Klink's ban, we touched on that one the last time around. Rezo had some very outstanding performances on the hero recently, at least at Dream League. And it can be a hero that's just obnoxious to play against. If you're not really used to playing versus a Klinks, it can really mess with your whole game flow and plan. It's completely different approach coming out from Planet Odd this game.
Yeah, much more teamfight centric with the Warlock. It's one of those things which we feel like you see a team lose a game, they're like, all right, let's just go all out, get some big team fight going, and it's a good foundation for that lineup.
Now, if EG were replicating their draft completely, where does that go next? Let's see if I can rack my brain. It was what? Is it
Night Stalker.
Is it Night Stalker next draft?
Drow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if they actually don't ban the Night Stalker here.
That would be Planet Odds. I mean, especially considering, I mean, not only us here at the panel, but you guys at home with the hashtag EpicGG have been saying it. Winter was saying it. LD was saying it. That was a big source of that win for EG.
They might take it themselves too, though.
Clockwork's also been completely ignored.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like here they might try to get for Moon, especially if they're going to leave Drow in the pool. They ban it though, so
they ban the
maybe
Drow.
Drow
Clock
instead
not
of
as
the
important.
I think
Night
that
Stalker.
I think they might just take the Night Stalker. Oh, okay, they take it the Clockwork this time. Good call, Ben.
Isn't it more likely to be Nyx offlane though?
Yes.
The Nyx.
You guys think so?
We've seen it in both.
It's mostly
actually.
been Misery's played it the
Yeah.
most in
yes?
on this
Okay.
patch. He's played it the last like 2 or 3 times they picked it, so they're a team who prioritize it more for the 4.
Successful hero as well.
I guess they're one of the few teams that pick both their supports very early on too.
Yeah.
I like the Clock pick too a lot, just because for EG it's very good versus the Nyx Assassin, because you can just grab him in there. Even with the Warlock, you can get into the backlines very easily. You give information with Rocket for team fights, so you can see that backline, and it also still leaves ambiguity into your like lane positioning. You don't really know who's going where still. The Puck can be offlane, Clock can be offlane, Puck can be mid, Clock support.
And he's been very highly contested so far here in the Epicenter draft stages.
Where he's bust out a Clock SF if you want to as well. We've seen that pop up here and there.
Still
Yeah.
a possibility.
Definitely a possibility. EG used to be big fans of the Shadowfin, and with the Clockwork, of course, you get that like enabled start, and it's a BKB carrier versus a Nyx Assassin. And it's not, one of those like int heroes that we do see very often in the mid lane. If they do want to switch it up, of course, and Nyx can always make he just makes the like mid lane miserable. Like you just like a lot of your hero choices you want to do, you're just like, oh, there's a Nyx though.
Yeah.
Taking a lot of time. I feel like they actually wanted the Clock on Planet Odd, like as they're offline of this game, because they're taking a lot of time for this next pick. But they'll get the Earth Spirit.
So guess it will be
Nyx offlane.
Nyx offlane, Misery Earth Spirit.
Answers your questions.
Mm-hmm.
The next question you pose is whether you're going to be seeing any Cog Soul farming.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this is like kind of the right Planet Odd the last time, right? They picked their offlaner and their 2 supports in the first 3 picks, and they like revealed their kind of game plan already. So now EG has a lot of like liberty to kind of play around that. And a BKB core looks even better now versus these 2. The Earth Spirit and the Nyx Assassin, that is.
No, it was explained before, Ben, but I think it's worth recovering why Warlock has kind of fallen out of favor. The question was just simply that the game is speeding up. Was that the right read?
That was what we suggested,
came
and also
to,
he
yeah.
hasn't been as good at securing his lane. This like off lane has just been more and more problematic for securing, and I don't know, he just doesn't seem like as strong as a support. Like Clockwork, for example, dumpsters Warlock badly. Same with Night Stalker.
Yeah.
Like he just can't keep up with the pace of these two heroes that just run at him constantly.
I was about to say that same thing. Yeah, I think the rise of the Clockwork is really what hurt the Warlock a lot, because just you in the lane you want to like sit behind your carry, but if you go like try to, you want to pull as well, but if you go to your pull, the Clockwork just walks into you and you're dead. There's like pretty much nothing you can do 90% of the time.
Clock.
They haven't played SF that much though. Wow, that's the thing.
Veno.
Yeah, they get Veno. That's
Core
what
Veno.
Arteezy's hero again.
We saw Arteezy on it before, haven't we?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he was like ridiculous in that game.
Kind of leaves open the puck clock still. We kind of, I think by picking Arteezy's hero now, they can last pick Sumail here if they want for the mid lane, or they can just run the puck mid. So I like that they went for the carry role.
Still keeping their like lanes kind of hidden in a way, still a little bit, at least.
I think it's more likely going to be, it's almost certainly going to be puck off though, because now you don't have any physical damage, and you need a physical damage mid.
So SFTA then being like the two big ones probably.
I think TA more. I don't know. They just don't seem to play SF that much. I don't know the particular reason why. A lot of other teams favor SF Clock and pick it up instantly if they can, but EG not so much. Although as you mentioned, BKB hero pretty good.
So Arteezy last time he did pick that Veno did 22,000 damage.
Anti-mage.
Now you need physical damage even more.
I haven't seen many AMs.
No, pretty much only the one that Matumba Man played yesterday.
Was that on our stream? That was your
that was
cast,
on
other stream.
Other stream. He got Elder Titan stapled.
Yeah.
So yeah, TA, Shadow Fiend looking good, but like you said, they don't really favor the Shadow Fiend too much. I'd be pretty surprised if they don't ban the TA as well.
Are there any other big physical damage mids you'd consider?
Storm, I guess. He's like half and half, but he gets owned by both of these. I think Lena is also a pretty good physical, but also gets owned by Nyx and Anti-Mage.
I think you want a non-int hero,
Yeah, but the only non-int physical is what, like, I mean, there's Ursa and Ember, but those I also think don't do well here. The only one that I think it does okay is TA. But what if they ban TA then SF?
Yeah, I think that's probably like the trade-off, yeah. I think it's one or the other. I think the TA is probably better just because it gives them quicker Roche potential, and it gives them like TA traps so they can at least like watch and hunt the anti-mage at least a little bit.
There's Earthshaker. He's physical.
Shaker, yeah, I was wondering like a Shaker.
He's actually not that
Dragon
bad.
Knight.
I think he's...
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah,
Well, they'll
Dragon
know the
Knight's not bad
matchup. They'll know
too.
the matchup too, because Planetod pick first, so they can theoretically make sure like if they see an Ember, they may go for the Shaker, for example.
What can we think for Weehaw too? We're talking about a lot of what EG's gonna last pick, but
Something that's just going to have a good lane, I guess, regardless of who you're against. Quap. All right.
Ooh.
Quap seems pretty good.
ban Brood.
Wow. Very surprised. they
Ban the Brood.
Yeah.
Okay, go
Well,
on
we're
then.
talking about mid. They have the puck. They could always run puck mid, Veno carry, and get like a physical damage offlaner. But that's kind of not the VG style.
They don't. They don't have heroes to deal with Broodmother. You know. I mean, that is true.
You've got your cogs turning, just trying to...
They just don't want cheese, I suppose.
Yeah. Are EG a team to cheese?
Good call on the Queen of Pain. So lots of AoE kind of team fight with the Warlock, Fatal Bonds, Earth Spirit, Queen of Pain. And there's not like the craziest amount of catch for the Quap. I mean, there's Puck CM, which is quite decent, but it's not some other type of like straight lockdown for him.
See Sumail talking, so I feel like it's more likely they're talking about what his hero is going to be if he's the one discussing things now.
Smart.
It still could be Invoker, I suppose, too.
Oh, yeah. Tough Invoker game.
It's still
Yeah,
tough,
it's tough.
yeah. It's tough lane, and Anti-Mage Nyx can... Like, Earth Spirit Quap versus an Invoker sounds a little bit hard because they don't have a support that can really help him too much.
It seems like a tough TA game, though. I think TA does well versus AM, but he's
I
like,
think it's... Yeah.
versus Quap and Warlock and Earth Spirit. It's a lot of instances of damage.
Okay.
Alright.
We've seen the draft.
I think Brood was a wasted ban.
I think Brood is a wasted ban. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe,
You never know. You never know.
Maybe it's just to get in EG's head. They're like, why? Should we have gone Brood? What's that?
Maybe someone played it in a pub and they were watching and they're like, I don't want to play
their
versus
homework.
Brood Mother. You know, you never know.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing maybe we'll find out in an interview if Planet Odd can possibly get us to a third and maybe even turn this around. And that's why I probe for expectations. Anybody want to expect a third?
I think Thunderbird's draft, like, this is a good anti-mage game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rule them out. I think EG's
Yeah.
the better team, but I like Thunderbird's draft better.
Okay, go for it. Go
I'm
on.
going to give him a shot.
He's rolling the dice. He's hoping to see a third here from Gods. Ben, what are you
I
saying?
want the EG.
Yeah, expecting to see EG go 2-0.
I'm with EG.
All right, 2-0 for EG, and we do have one man standing vigilant for a third game. It would be the first time, in fact, here on the first stream to get to see a full 3. On the B stream, of course, it is available as well. Just go ahead and change that 1 for a 2, or get yourself 2 tabs rolling to join us both. Right, let's jump into the Dota. Your casters are ready. EG versus Planet Odd. If Planet Odd concede this, they're going to have to swallow their pride and have to claw their way back up the group. Gentlemen, let's jump in.
Mr. Chan, how do you feel about the draft?
I feel EG's draft is easier to play. They don't have much cooldown dependent heroes, and whereas as much as the panel, they talk a little bit about they have really good team fight on the Planet Odd side. But you know, when you don't have ultimates, EG is going to run you over. And the lanes, I think I like EG's lanes as well. I think laning phase is really important right now, more than ever.
Do you find it... I know you favor the EG draft. We'll talk a bit more about why, but are you surprised that EG doesn't want Shadow Fiend? So many teams love this Clockwork Shadow Fiend combo, but they don't, apparently.
It's not something maybe they like Sumail to play, because Shadow Fiend is... how should I put it? Shadow Fiend is a Fata hero, but TA is a Sumail hero. Like a high explosive. You take a certain amount of risk, you try to be flashy, and yeah. But Shadow Fiend is more like you need to be stable, you need to be solid. Yeah, that's pretty much what I feel about Shadow Fiend. That's why maybe the team feels like Sumail is more fitted to play a TA, even though Shadow Fiend would have arguably fitted the draft better. But you want to fit the player as well.
Okay. Well, and that certainly has been the way that EG have played, as Zai just calmly struts through here. Was potentially considering a more aggressive move into the Dire Jungle, but they really have been building around Sumail. I mean, that's been the new EG. That used to be Arteezy and Zai both, Arteezy and Sumail both playing those big, flashy playmakers, fairly farm-dependent heroes. But Arteezy has really taken a supporting role for the squad. It's not like a classic 4 protect 1, but it feels a little bit like that in terms of the strategy, how everything's all about getting Sumail super fat.
I wouldn't say support, but I would like to use the same thing that I said in game 1. Pressure absorber. Like, he absorbs the pressure getting thrown by him from the enemy, and Sumail gets the easy time. That's pretty much how I would say it. So nothing too special here. 2 runes apiece. Dual lanes from EG once again. Last game it was the Night Stalker plus Puck. This game is Clockwork plus Puck. Equally strong.
Okay, so Weeha struggling a bit as of late. I think it's fair to say first player to 8K, but he has not felt like the old, Weeha who takes games over, wins his lane convincingly. How do you feel he'll fare in this particular matchup, the Quap versus TA? And for now, at least, doesn't look like Sumail's getting too much help.
I think if it's a 1v1, I personally think that whoever plays better, both sides can win, but whoever plays better, outplays the enemy, will have a advantage. Maybe a slight tad of advantage for the TA, because TA you can dodge the poison and whatnot. So there are a lot of factors in the lane,
Not with the Sentry, at least for now, so life will be a little bit harder for him. Meanwhile, up top, Resolution going to be playing the Anti-Mage up against a Clockwork Puck dual lane.
Yep. Basically, you see right now, the two teams are doing very different stuff. EG are sticking to what they did in the first game, CM jungling, not really going to help the carry too much. And top lane, Saksa getting run down here by the aggressive dual lane. Easy first blood here. Zai going to be able to survive the Shadow Word there, so...
EG already off to a good start.
Good start here for them.
It's just been lane pressure from this team. And meanwhile, in the mid lane, there's a roll onto Sumail. Might be able to get a counter kill in mid. Sumail trying to turn and take Misery down with him.
That's fair.
Little extra auto attack. He blinks in for Weeha. Has he done the math right? No, the tower. He's got a salve just to make it out. Oh, goodness gracious. Lucky to live. And Sumail, well, almost managed to take him with him.
Weeha is like thanking the patch changing for the self not being cancelled by towers.
Still, though, when they're dual laning Sumail and Sumail takes the tower dive, almost gets a kill out of it and doesn't go down.
This is bad. Like EG are
Just
doing
feel like you're getting outplayed.
EG are doing the same thing. They're using the CM jungle, gets levels quickly, her levels quickly, so that everyone else can use the aura to do well on the lanes. And they pick once again a carry that doesn't really care about getting pressured. You don't really need support. You're perfectly fine on your own.
All right, Misery, good boulder smash, but not enough damage. Just force Universe back on his heels a bit.
I mean, the thing with the puck offlane as well is like because of the high base damage that you have, anyone you pair, like if you put someone that can protect him in the lane, he's going to be able to do a lot of like poke damage, chip damage towards the carry. And it makes it very difficult for the carry to farm it when someone is always constantly poking, harassing. And Zai gets the cog trap on Saksa with the battery assault. But
Warlock support is getting bullied a lot, Winter. Gives up the first blood. They're 2v3 here, and they're still running at him.
This is a really big problem, man. The higher level the CM gets, this lane is going to get stronger for EG, because then they can spam their spells more. And Misery is like, I have to stay here. Anti-mage is getting pressured, and I'm not going to be able to help my Queen of Pain too much. And as you can see, as a result of that, Sumail is catching up on the CS. Everything is affecting, like every small move you make is going to affect the grand scheme of things. And right now, EG are just slowly but surely winning all their lanes.
Right, the one lane we haven't really talked about is Arteezy. It's just a Venomancer, nothing too exciting, but free farming, not even being laned against currently, as Moon was forced back. Tough lane for a Nyx to really do much against the Veno.
I mean, the question is
constantly
right now,
spamming the wards.
Whether you get a Midas on the Veno, if you feel like you are given enough space to do that, because that's going to be a very important factor that determines how fast your team is going to be playing after the laning phase. Because if you get a Midas, you're going to get more farm eventually, but everyone needs to slow down. So it's going to depend on what they decide to do here in the near future.
The good news for Planet Odd is Resolution is free farming as well. So AM getting his great start. Do you feel like this is a game where AM can take over, Winter?
Yeah, of course. Like AM late game is going to be able to do very well against... Oh, Universe getting silence.
Good silence. Follow-up rolling boulder is there. Universe in a lot of trouble. Drops his own silence. Not enough.
Yeah,
and Zai comes in a bit late. He's actually going to cog himself in with Misery. But I think Misery just saying, you're trapped in here with me, Bubba. Zai will TP out in the end.
Yeah, a bit of like a small mistake. They're using the orb to farm for Universe. Probably he didn't feel like he was under any pressure. No chance for the enemy to kill, but unfortunately Zai was a little bit too far away, so he couldn't come over immediately when they dove him there. So giving up a free kill for the Planet Odd side. A very important kill, in fact, for the anti-mage.
Man, Weeha is just getting crushed. Sumail has had no help mid as of yet. There was a little bit of ancient stacking, but Weeha still significantly down on CS.
I wouldn't say Sumail didn't get help. He has Arcane Aura, Mr. Gorman. He has Arcane Aura.
Okay, he's got a little bit of help. He's got a little bit of help.
Dude, you know how much Arcane... Play a pub, I'll play CM, okay?
You'll never support me, Winter. Let's be real here.
I'll get 2 points in Aura level 3, I promise. I promise.
I don't want you to break your keyboard or your monitor. They're going to smoke. They move towards top. They find Saksa here. Orb coming through. Not quite in range just yet, but Saksa has no boots. And that means a dead Warlock. His Golem deferred to a rainy day. As he drops again, the pressure will start to mount a bit on Resolution in this lane.
I mean, this is again, once more, the movement. Like, during the first night, EG is really, really good at making the movements towards the enemy safe lane to just try and pressure, even sometimes drop wards down, making the two supports work together.
Big opportunity. They're going to sweep around on Arteezy from behind. Moon is there, still holding onto the Impale, waits for the boulder smash, follows up, and it looks like Arteezy likely going down here. Still pretty tanky, has the healing salve, but with the Warlock on him, won't be able to make it out.
Yep.
Even blew the salve at
Both
the very
teams
end
actually making exact same mirror movements. Two supports walking together, going towards the enemy jungle, try to place wards.
Zai with the Windlace advantage, but there's a shrine. Misery does
Battery
tap it.
assault is already over.
Still, does manage to force the shrine out, so.
Actually, not too bad.
Not too bad. In the mid lane, Sumail.
This is bad. Is it?
It's actually kind of stabilized for Weeha. He's
Why does he have more net worth? I thought he's behind in CS.
He was a lot farther behind, but he's actually caught up quite nicely here. Would Sumail farming Ancients? No, not yet.
Okay.
Because Weeha was just playing better. Meanwhile, at the bottom rune, bit of a skirmish breaking out. Zai It's kind of this. It feels similar to the Night Stalker game. He's not getting as many kills, but he's just running around constantly trying to be disruptive for Planet Odd.
I mean, so far so good for EG. Maybe they would hope that Sumail.
Oh, top lane. Resolution could be in danger here. Coil committed. He's going to break that coil. Blinking out. Universe unable to pursue. Ooh, raindrops saving lives.
And not only that, he has a belt. So he did not go for like the greedy rushing Battle Fury right away. He went for all those like power treads, all the small items, has a poor man shield. Every bit helps.
Yeah,
he knows that he's under pressure, so not going for too much of a greedy build.
No more burning build in the Age of Talent, so.
Gosh, you know what he did? Do you see the Midas boost of travel Battle Fury? Dude, that was the greediest I've ever seen an AM gun. And he won the game. He actually won that game.
The good old days. Brings you back to even like the CTY anti-age.
I mean, but right now...
What happened to CTY anyway?
I mean, CTY is in eHome, so...
Well, eHome is going to have their work cut out for them nowadays. I think that's fair to say.
The mad scientists back in the day. But right now, RTZ going to go for Saxa with the help of Zai here, coming in from behind. Just getting that free kill.
This Warlock has really had a rough game of it.
Yeah, he was just trying to get levels because Nyx wanted to roam and gank with his Vendetta.
Nowhere safe. Arteezy's very confident, posted up pretty far, and Moon might be able to punish him. There's the Impale, the rolling boulder through, commitment onto the Veno. Arteezy looks to turn it around, commits his own ult, but not enough, at least not yet for the kill. Though the wards might bring Misery into the danger zone. Is they going to be able to pick him off? Rocket time just right, and Arteezy still takes him down, squalling.
That was definitely a mistake by Misery there, not chaining the stuns perfectly, allowing Arteezy to actually have that 0.1 of a second to actually use his ultimate before dying. So in the end, 1-for-1 trade. They did lose the tower, so they did not lose the tower. So I would say it's still okay for Planet Odd managing to hold on to that tower, because you do not want to lose all your towers quickly. Otherwise, the AM will be under a lot of pressure. They're going to move, because once they take the tier 1 at bottom, they're definitely going to move to the AM's lane to start to pressure him. And right now, EG once again already have a very deep ward setup. They have one ward in the enemy jungle, and they're going to smoke towards the vision they have. They're going to see Misery.
I'll find him too. Battery Salt. Misery trying to turn this with the Boulder Smash, but now the coil comes through, connects onto Resolution. Healthy though. Stands inside of that coil and dukes it out. They'll take Zai down. Now they look for more. Good rotation from Wii as they follow this one up onto Crit. Looks like they'll take the Frosty Lady down as well. Resolution getting the last hit. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Arteezy is punishing Saxa, and he will get the kill. So the Veno not going Midas. He goes straight into the Veil. Wants to play a little bit more aggro here.
I mean, look at their heroes. They have Puck, CM, Clock will all deal a lot of magic damage, and Weeha in trouble here. Gets silence, not going to be able to get out.
That TP has to be cancelled as well.
Gosh.
They're afraid of this pressure.
AG are slowly assuming control in the game. They got the tier 1 down, they killed the Warlock again, which is trying really desperately to get its level 6.
A lot of weight on the anti-mage's shoulder this game, Winter.
If you build a draft like this, everything is going to be on him. Like, there's no other way around it. He's going to be hoping that his team can actually hold the ground long enough for him to get all his items up. And that's what the draft is designed to do. There are 4 heroes that can fight without the AM, and those 4 heroes are going to try to make space for him.
One of those heroes is not combat ready yet. That is Saxa at 660 net worth. The Radiant Courier will get sniped by Moon under cover of Vendetta, but I mean, your Warlock 11 minutes in is just about to clip 5.
That's not good news.
And is looking like food for Universe.
And right now, RTZ continuously pressuring the towers, going for the tier 2 here. Look at what he's doing. He's just doing his best, using himself. He's protecting the siege creep.
This is all space created for Sumail, who's able to farm his own ancient stack safely.
Yep.
Pretty much forcing Planet Odd to respond.
This tower is down right now. There's not much they can do. No golem,
It's a problem for Planet Odd. Like, where's the deep push? Where are the tools to deal with these plague wards? They really don't have them.
I mean, they don't have too much deep push, but their lineup is
meant to split push.
Not meant to split push, but they are meant to fight when they have their ultimates up. You're using your team fight to defend the towers instead of trying to stall and use your wave clear. That's what their heroes are designed to do, but unfortunately for them, they just acquired level 6 on their Warlock,
And they do not have it yet on the Earth Spirit.
Yeah, that's going to be all the tools they need to get before they're able to, hold their tower as well. And before that happens, EG are just moving around. They're really confident. They're slowly gathering a lot of map control. And just moving to take all the objectives one by one. That's what they want to do now. And eventually get the Roche with the TA.
This is a big pick if they can get it from mid
Refraction.
lane. But Sumail got off the refraction. Still, they're going to burn through this quickly. The hook comes through from Zai. No Saksa ultimate committed. And well, finally will drop the golem. They get the kill. Sumail and Zai down. And now chasing for Universe too. This could be a big one, but he's blinked in a bit too far. We has in slight danger, but backup arrives in the form of Misery.
Oh my god, that was deep.
Chasing forward, magnetized on a Uni, but no follow-up to it. So a pretty good fight in the end. They get the TA, they look for the tower. Meanwhile, Arteezy just pushing out the top lane, so he'll take the tier 1 down.
He did get the tier 1 though. Yeah. So all in all, I think in the end, they did lose the TA, but they got something in return. They got the tier 1 top, and now with the Warlock Rock down, they even used the Earth Spirit ultimate in that fight. So 2 big ultimates down. And it is time again for EG to try and get something in return here. They do not have very long cooldown spells, so they're going to be able to fight almost all the time.
They have Veil on the Veno as well. You'd think soon Arteezy wants to be joining these team fights.
I mean, eventually he's going to join them. But right now he's pressuring the towers and, bottom lane, Zai.
Looking for Zai. We'll find him with the blink into the cog. Zai trapped under his own tier 1. Slated to fall, and Resolution even getting active in these fights, as they will look for another tower. So Planet Odd bouncing back, getting kills while the ults are down. But Arteezy continues to be the demolition crew.
I mean, once again,
second tier 2 about
look
to
at
be
how
killed
quickly
off.
EG are moving. Once someone is in trouble bottom, they are pushing the other. Like, this is a really, really good sign that can differentiate a average team, a strong team. They reacted really quickly. They were look at the towers. They got 2 towers for that 1 Clockwork Death and 1 tier 1 at bottom.
Saksa, it's going to be another death for him.
Another bonus kill. So that probably should open up the Roche. Is it going to open up the Roche here for them? Not sure if they want to risk it.
They might want to take some tier 2
Yeah,
tower
they might want to wait for the Death Soul first on the TA before they try it.
So, where it looks like a good fight for Odd, the map control is a concern now, with only 1 outer tower remaining.
Yeah.
And Arteezy looking to cinch the noose. He's pushing this tower down, dropping wards behind enemy lines. They're going to congregate, and it looks like they are going to try to force the fight. Still about 40 seconds before the golem's ready.
Yep.
And they haven't seen the firepower. Arteezy brings the bear. They will now with the Veil deployed, combining with Universe nicely. Huge damage on Weehan. He can't withstand it. Now the chase onto Misery. Zai looking for more good cogs from him. Commits to magnetize on a solitary hero, and Misery still gonna bite the dust. It looks like the Zai low, not dead yet. The heal from Saksa saving the day.
Oh, Arteezy.
And maybe Zai will indeed end up going down. Saksa.
Oh my god.
With the hero, perhaps there. Arteezy lucky to make it away.
I mean, at the end of the day, at the grand scheme of things, 1-for-1 trade, support for a mid laner, a core, and you expanded one of your crucial ultimates once again, magnetize. I would say it's okay for EG. They definitely got a better trade right there.
Is this a Silver Edge Veno to deal with the anti-mage?
Silver Edge Veno?
Well, he's got the Shadow Blade for now.
Okay. That
the anti-mage counter,
Silver
Edge Veno.
Rather interesting.
I mean, they're like all magic damage aside from the TA. So
I was actually thinking maybe he would want to go for more like a carry-ish build. So it seems like he. I mean, I guess Silver Edge is kind of also a carry item. I mean, it's definitely really good against the AM.
Coil drop down mid, Moon gonna break
does.
it, and no detection in the neighborhood.
So basically, right now, EG is just going to be looking for opportunity to get the Roshan, the big boy. They need to be able to secure that to...
They'd like Sumail's Deso first, and they'll have it pretty soon.
Yeah, that's their immediate objective. They want to be able to secure the Roshan and then further pressure the enemy.
Arteezy? Oh, he's in quite far. And into the waiting arms of Moon, he will plow.
Yeah, there was no sentries there, so he was quite far up. Got caught by the Nyx there. Just needs to be much more careful because they are up against a anti-mage lineup.
And this anti-mage lineup is gaining steam as Resolution will mow down this tower top.
Every single kill like that would actually translate into a huge deal for their opponents.
Opportunity for mistakes grows even slimmer as Moon has grabbed a Midas. So the income for Planet Odd will increase pretty significantly. I mean, like you said, it feels like EG should just get this Deso on Sumail, ideally try to take the Roche, but they do have to be careful around the Pit Winter because of the team fight of
They might want to get the Deso and then smoke up. They need to get the Clockwork or the Puck to jump on the Warlock, or the back lines. They need to kill them first, and then once you take the big ultimates off, then you can win the team fights easily.
Moon has been big for Planet Odd in this game, setting up a lot of kills, keeping vision on them.
The enemy is not setting up enough sentries though. Like usually when you see a team, they play against a Nyx, they play against a Trian, there's always going to be, you know, sentries at the river area. Like you have a sentry and an ops at all the entrance, so you always can scout out whether the Nyx is coming into your jungle.
Oh, crit. You can smell that Midas. It's so close. But I don't know if he's going to get it. Moon is hunting. But Universe in the neighborhood for now, protecting him.
He's waiting for backup though. He can't solo kill him.
Vendetta's about to end though, so Moon will miss his window. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Arteezy applies the pressure on Resolution, actually hitting pretty hard on the AM with that.
Yeah, and he's almost 15. He's going to get his like damage talent soon. Sorry, not to level. He's going to get more damage at level 20, not 15. Okay, I messed up.
Plus 75 damage. Yeah, I guess with that talent, maybe he can be a decent source of physical damage.
Decent? He's going to hit very hard, dude.
Yeah. I mean, does Veno outcarry an AM on his own? Probably not, but they have Sumail.
I'm actually not sure about that though. Like, if the Veno is a little bit ahead, maybe there's a chance. But right now, he's not ahead. So
he is a pretty quick flash farmer. That's one of the underrated aspects of Venomance. Like, Arteezy is keeping up decently with this anti-mage, all things considered.
So they're going to be smoking up right now on Planet Odd. Did they acquire any big items?
They have a Force Staff on Misery, and Queen of Pain,
they just want to
that's
move
about it.
Because they have all their ultimates up. Want to create some pressure.
And again, it's Moon setting things up. Universe
No
walking right into
again.
him. Starts with the Impale. Follow-up Boulder Smash is there. Kill secured. Bad. And they didn't really drop much. They have the Quapple. They still have the Rock. Arteezy looking for the backstab. He gets off a decent ultimate, chasing onto Soxa. The Rock dropped onto Soxa. Will quickly fall. Weehaw hanging on for the time being to his own ult. He'll let it go onto Zai. Gets the kill there. The Magnetize is quite good, but do they have the follow-up to that Magnetize? Moon thinks they might. He wants a piece of Arteezy. No, he's going to go for Sumail, who stops to farm the wave, gets punished by a Boulder Smash, drops low, and will be finished off. All the while, by the way, there's an anti-mage in this game. He didn't even come to the fight. He's pushed through the bottom lane. Rezo knocking at the front door.
This Midas on CM is actually losing them the game. Because he's
got a sentry now.
Because he's buying Midas, they don't have a lot of sentries around the map. And as a result of that, Nyx has so far, how many pickups has he gotten?
It feels like five fights have been set up by the Nyx.
Yeah, my God. This is a big, I think a mistake for CM to be trying to get his Midas. Because if you think about this game, you're not going to want to go into like a ultra late game situation or even a late game situation against the AM. So there's no point trying to scale if you think about it. You want to be able to win the game at most the latest 30 to 40 minutes. You don't want anything to go beyond that.
It does seem a bit like a team decision, though, like with the itemization of Arteezy. Like, is Shadowblade really the item you want to end the game with? You know? It feels like EG wanted to take it longer.
But it is an item that allows you to pressure and, you know, be useful at that point of time.
Map control, I guess, yeah.
So they're definitely itemizing. You look at their costs. No one is going too greedy. Everyone is just trying to fight and be strong at the current point of the game, except for the CM, which went for Midas.
All right, the trap has been sprung. Arteezy drills him. But that's it. Yeah, so EG looking for the Roche now. There is no Golem. They take advantage of that. Roche dropping low.
I mean, 20 minutes, Roshan
feels kind of late.
Quite late, you know.
They got all the outer towers, aside from that tier 2 mid, at what, like by 15 minutes at least?
I mean,
or
Planet Odd is actually okay for the time being. They are not in a bad position. They are not in like a very distressful state for the team. They still have a lot of time for AM to farm.
Is there another power spike for EG? You mentioned you said there's no point in really going late winter, but
that's not a power spike.
That's a power spike for Resolution. Now up to 12k net worth. Manta style just now completed.
That is definitely very, very bad.
Still working on the Silver Edge, but by the time he gets the Silver Edge, it feels like they're going to need physical damage.
He's been like, I think he's the one that's farming in the places where there's no sentry and dying the most for now. This Nyx is just, this Nyx is doing way too much for I mean, he's playing well, but at the same time...
They're making it easy for him.
Yeah, they're making it easy because they don't have sentries around. And at some point, you're going to want to gem too, so... I don't know. I think the damage has already been done. The Nyx has already did too much. Even if he's not going to get any more pickoffs from now, I think he already did his job for the AM to farm.
So if you can't confidently just strut down mid and win now for EG, is there a plan B? Or is this AM just a ticking time bomb that you can't stop?
Plan B. Late game, you want a hex, okay? So
Late game hex?
yeah, you need a hex and kill him with your. I mean, they do have the.
God, not again. Moon is setting up on Arteezy here. Granted, he's tanky. They're on mid, yeah, they dive onto Wii, but it's Moon who just slows things down. The hook's not going to connect. He's a real nuisance. Arteezy will make it
and meanwhile,
back to the team.
Resolution, knocking on enemy territory again.
He's pushing too fast. I don't know if EG are going to be able to trade Rex here. He's already at their base.
They have to go back.
They want to push. You can see Sumail. He's like, let's go at least take this tier 2, guys.
They can't do this. They have to go back at some point. They need to go back.
They get the tier 2, but they've already lost a decent chunk of health on their own tier 3. And Reza just blinks away.
Ultra late game. Hex on Puck. Level 25 talent on Puck. Maybe. But AM is
huge items on TA.
AM is going to reach a point where he already has all his items. He's going to end the game. So you're not going to be able to reach that point easily as...
Unless they're getting kills or something, which is not happening.
That's the problem that EG is going to have right now. The A-Gaze doesn't mean a whole lot right now for them. And it's going to be quite okay for Planet Odd to stall for another few minutes. I imagine you stall another few minutes, wait out the A-Gaze, make a smoke. Try to use your ultimates to gain an advantage. And I think if they are able to win a big team fight, the game could be over at that point.
Perhaps the one thing that could turn the tides for EG is this double damage rune for Sumail, as he's about to walk right into Moon. He will be scouted, though. We also being scouted, and so too is Soxa. Goes for the quick TP out. Will be interrupted, though, as Zai hooks him. And Sumail
no worries, bro. Support dying to a gank like this, no worries.
Rezo's farming. In fact, can be more confident now with the hook shot on cooldown. And Misery straight over towards the top lane to try and shove that in as well. So yeah, they're really spreading the map nicely, and the split push is amping up.
Yep, their catch is not very good for anti-mage.
Like you mentioned, they need hexes. Silver Edge, maybe double hex late game, but...
Yeah, their lineup is supposed to reach this point with like a sizable advantage, but because of Moon Meander's pickoffs here and there, no sentries, this game is already becoming quite tough for EG right now. They're going to need to be able to get huge pickoffs here, like somehow maybe with the Clockwork and the Puck. Those are your two key heroes to get pickoffs. You need to kill, somehow find a way to kill the AM. It's not going to be easy.
Well, EG are tired of the Nyx. Universe now holding a gem given to him by Crit, so I suppose the Midas slightly making up for the lack of sentries early with a gem now.
Yeah, of course.
But the economic damage definitely
of course. That's like the excuse you would say for getting a Midas when your team doesn't want you to get a Midas.
I'm always going to defend getting a Midas Winter. No one wants to be poor in Dota. It's not fun.
No, some players want to be poor. I think some players are happy to be poor, you know?
I can tell you.
Not like you. You're just like, I want my GPM.
Hey, I'm not the worst. That's OD Pixel, man. With the Midas Battle Fury, Faceless Void coming your way.
So EG are desperate to find any sort of opening here right now. They've tried to smoke again, but not going to be too successful on that. They haven't really been able to keep up in the vision game because they were getting picked off by the Nyx a lot. So compared to the last game, their vision this game has not been as good as what they hoped for. And without the vision, it's very difficult for you to pick off the AM. Because like, AM is going to be able to run around very fast with its blink. So if you don't have good ward up, it's very difficult to keep track of where the AM is farming.
Yeah, there are other heroes in this game for Planet Odd, though. We haven't really talked too much about them.
But it's all about the AM.
Check in on their item progression.
It's all about the AM, Gorman. It's all about
We'll check in on their item progression, Winter. We don't have to dwell on it. So Yules has been picked up on the Queen of Pain. It looks like a Shiva's Guard coming soon for the Quap as well. Other than that, yeah, Misery's got
Dagger.
His Blink soon if he wants it, and Moon is working towards an Axe. Now that is actually a pretty big late game item.
I mean, it tells you about the game plan. We just need to hold our high ground. AM is going to carry us.
Crit farming on his own and feeding on his own as well. Rezo gets the quick bash and gets the quick kill.
I heard you have a Midas.
Hey, I'm not a Crystal Maiden player, so you can't play me for buying Midas on CM because I don't play that hero.
I mean, Midas on CM is nice, but I think
Just not this game.
This game with their composition and their lineup and the enemy lineup, I think. I mean, if they were to get the Midas and someone else makes up for the sentries, then I think
Like Zai, maybe.
yeah, it'll be fine. But because no one else seems to be bothered about making up with the sentries, so I think the Midas has caused them a lot of problems.
Well, EG trying for the old split push now. As Sumail will start to shove in this bottom lane, but they're going to lose a tier 2 top. Tower score about to be favoring, or nearly favoring Planet Odd, just about.
Okay, Sumail
One more
is
tower to go.
going to build into the Bloodthorn. That's going to help, getting the AM.
Resolution wants to fight now, though. He's got an Abyssal Blade, and he finds a target locking onto Sumail. A big chunk of net worth gets slammed into the grave.
Gosh, that is huge.
Out for a minute,
Huge.
no buyback. All these lanes will be shoved in. Roche could
When is
be
Roche?
on the verge of respawning.
When is Roche up?
1 to 4 minutes. We'll
This
find
is
out
bad. This is really bad going for EG. The Hex is
It's-
not going to be anytime soon. Definitely not going to be soon. And Veno has not progressed too much in terms of items.
Going for a BKB now, but it's still...
I
the
see-
AM can just still easily kill you.
Yeah. It seems like he might have regretted the Shadow Blade purchase. I don't know. Didn't seem like it worked out too well for him. But regardless, I'm still blaming the Midas more because of the lack of sentries.
Typical offlaner flaming the supports.
What? Dude,
Classic.
he didn't want to buy sentries.
Why didn't you gank my lane, bro? Arteezy now to get out with Weeha off on his own. Wee could be in trouble. The Boulder Smash comes through, but the Coil is there holding him in position. Good silence follow-up. They drop the rock. The team fight breaking out. Quick, fast, in a hurry, and Moon on the sidelines able to snipe Universe. That's already the Veno down. And likely Universe going to fall. Still hanging on as the Puck for now. The Golem chasing the Clockwork out of the fight.
the
And
gem.
by the way, there is an anti-mage on the north end. He will clean up the Puck. He will snag that gem for his team, and he walks away. Sumail
So all in all, it was
still survived through this fight.
a 3-for-2 trade.
They didn't get the AM.
I mean, he was dead when the fight started,
Yeah.
by the way, and he just respawned.
Yeah, I died in the previous
Yeah.
gank, but
So actually, that was maybe it's quite even because they lost the gem. I want to say EG favored, but then they lost the gem, so I think it's okay for an AM didn't die.
also I think you're happy to trade your supports and not the AM.
Yeah, that's what you want as an AM. Us burning that, he's gonna tell you, yeah, my supports are just
Feed those noobs.
you can have them. I'm going to solo carry the game. That's what Resolution is thinking right now. You can have all my teammates, everything, but I am going to carry the game. And EG has a big problem right now. Their time is running out. They're going to... I mean, eventually they'll get a Hex.
Oh, Rezo straight onto Sumail, and the bottom lane gets the Abyssal off. Locks him in position. There is a blink. No teleport ready, though, and he's going to guess wrong.
He's fine. He's fine.
But with one teammate, that is a kill, and Sumail just is not going to be able to take him 1v1. At least not for now. Ooh, Sumail, close call. They wanted to save this DD rune ideally for Resolution, but afraid of Sumail grabbing it. While EG on the hunt, Moon with the 4-step to safety. At the last possible second, hookshot almost clipping him and turning him into a corpse, but he will make it
Oh,
out.
the 4 stars, man. The 4 stars.
Always your favorite item. Now that...
Not
actually,
Midas, 4 stars.
I mean, we had a double pipe game the other day, Winter. That used to be your favorite.
Pipe has been buffed significantly, actually, since that time. Since the LGD times. But right now, Sumail has gone for the Orchid already. So at least there are going to be some ways to kill the AM if AM has used his Manta.
EG marching into the pit.
Oh,
They know the Roche is about to spawn, and Crit out in front will be revealed. Sumail looking for the initiation, gets the silence off, trying to delete the Warlock early from this fight. No Golem available for 30, but a nice impale by Moon is going to turn things around. Combine that with the Magnetize, and it's a lot of AoE damage. Sumail
Oh
getting
my
chunked down,
God.
finished off, out for 80. Anti-Mage now trying to find the openings. Arteezy with the BKB is not your ideal target. The Wombo combo is here. Zai now walking into Resolution, and AM will have free reign to clean this one up. Weeha hanging on, gets the the bash,
Oh
gets
my
the
God,
kill,
if
blinking forward.
If they scout
and
the
looking
rush,
for more.
they're gonna get the rush as well.
Well, they basically know it's up because it's been almost the maximum respawn time, and
Gosh, that
Resolution blinks into the pit. Roche is there.
I'm afraid that's more or less almost the nail in the coffin right now for EG. Can they do something about this? If the rush is given away, I think the game is just way too difficult for them.
Yeah, they've lost the gem, they lose the Aegis, they don't have the buybacks. Like, there's no TA. You're not taking a fight at the pit. You can't even steal it because the puck and the clockwork are dead. Maybe TP to the shrine and just go for a YOLO play, but they're even scanning there as the Dire, so they know nobody's coming. Yeah, it's an Aegis, unless they pull a Mushi here. No.
How are they going to out-carry this AM? TA needs BKB.
Sorry, did I say Mushi? I meant KYXY.
Sorry?
I meant pull KYXY. But
Yeah. I chose to
Sorry,
ignore
Mushi.
you because I know you hate Mushi. Deep down there, you wish that.
I don't hate Mushi.
Yes, you do.
Why do I hate Mushi?
You just don't like the guy.
Why? What did he ever do to me? I don't have a problem with Mushi. Resolution, though, blinking in the mid lane. Coil is going to lock him in position for now, but he just says, screw it. I'll keep on hitting this tower. They
Do
break
you know
it.
who I am? I'm anti-mage.
Anti-Magus has arrived. How do you feel about the Scotty build, by the way? Do you like it?
I don't think I've ever seen it, but it seems good. Gives him the good stats, the armor, the HP. He just needs to survive the ordeal, and he's just going to kill everybody. So I think generally you would see the heart or the butterfly, but Scotty is definitely something I would say, something in between. You get HP, you get some damage.
The mark of an indecisive man, would you say?
No, it's the mark of balance, you dumbass. Balance. You get a bit of everything.
Your language is the mark of an unbalanced man, Winter. Cool your jets. No need to use profane words, but in trouble in the mid lane. Could be the Queen of Pain. We gonna blink away. He's got backup though. Rezo comes in. All of a sudden the rock gets dropped as well, and the follow-up is there. Anti-Mage chewing through the backline, starting on to Arteezy. Queen of Pain ult coming through too. Still they haven't killed off Weehaw. Hangs on through it all. He did pop that cheese earlier in the fight and survives. Misery is being chased out by Arteezy, but Rezo is just cleaving his way through the rather mortal-looking, not-so-geniuses this game. Odd will take them out, and they force a game 3.
MVP of the match, Mr. David Tan, Moon Meander. Getting some help from the enemy Midas on the CM. Okay, no, never mind, I shouldn't say that, but Nyx did play really well. He was at the right places, creating the right opportunities for his team to win fights, get pickoffs, anti-mage, farm, easy game.
Felt like almost just EG took their foot off the pedal. You know, they had control of the game. They had taken all the outer towers. They had
everything was
map controlled well, but they didn't go for the Roche. They didn't gank the AM.
They couldn't though. I don't think they were confident enough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that they didn't want to go for the Roche, but they felt like, okay, TA is not as farm as we want to because the lane didn't go so well, and then we didn't really get an early good time on the Deso. So. And they didn't get any pickups at that time when they were trying to get a rush. They got a kill, but it was just, I believe it was just a Warlock. And I was talking about, oh, maybe they go rush now, but they didn't feel it was possible.
They lacked a sense of urgency, perhaps, and missed their window. So.
No, they lack sentries. Sentry wards wins games, bro.
Okay, well, not enough sentries. That's the verdict here from Winter. We'll see if the panel agrees. I know one Mr. Parker will be very happy for his predictions with the outcome of this game.